guys, and welcome back to my kitchen. Today we're going to do a cheesecake. It wouldn't be a holiday unless I had a cheesecake to go with it, correct? This is a red velvet cheesecake. It's not all that complicated. Everyone loves it, I guarantee, unless you have something against cheesecake, but then we can't be friends. I'm just kidding. Cheesecake is one of the favorites around here. A red velvet cheesecake coming to you. Stay tuned and I will show you how to do that. Okay guys, to get started with our red velvet cheesecake, it is a red velvet cake on the bottom with cheesecake on the top. I just have my 9-inch springform pan here. I have it lined with a piece of parchment just so I can easily remove it from the pan when I'm ready, and if I'd like to give it away to someone for Valentine's Day. I'm not sure yet. I'm just going to lightly spray the edges with some cooking spray. And then what I've done is I've just bought a cake mix of the red velvet cake, and I prepared it just like the directions state on the back of the box. And now all I'm going to do is pour half into the bottom of my cheesecake pan. I'll probably make some cupcakes or something with the other half. You don't waste good red velvet around here. Alright, once that's poured in there, sorry if you can hear that, my husband's working on the truck outside. Once that's poured in there, we're going to basically just put it in the oven, according to the back of the box, at, what's it say, 350 for about, I'm going to say 25 minutes. And I will see you when it is all done baking up. Alright, we're back. My red velvet cake has finished baking. It's cooled completely. And now it's time to start making our cheesecake filling. I've got 4 bricks of cream cheese softened into room temperature. And to that, I'm going to add 1 1/4 cups of white sugar, 3 tablespoons of cornstarch. Oh, it never wants to come out of there. 2 teaspoons of vanilla. Oop. That's all right. It'll all taste good. 1 1/2 cups of sour cream. And 2 teaspoons of lemon juice. The lemon juice, you won't even taste it. It just brings out the flavors here. All right, I am going to mix this up and speed it up so that way you guys don't have to listen to it. Alright, my cheesecake is thoroughly mixed up at this point. I should note you do want to take your time in mixing this. Make sure all that cream cheese is incorporated nicely in there. Just because if you don't, you'll get lumps of cream cheese in your cheesecake, and nobody likes a lumpy cheesecake. At this point, I'm going to add 3 eggs, but I have to do that one at a time. So I add the egg, I mix it, add another, mix it, and you get the gist. I'll speed that up so it doesn't take quite so long. Okay guys, I added 2 eggs to my mixture. However, one of them was a double yolker. I have not gotten a double yolker since I was a kid and we had chickens living out back, and we would collect eggs every day. So that's kind of a surprise. It kind of messes up my recipe a little bit, but that's all right. We're just gonna keep going with it. My recipe calls for 3 whole eggs and then 1 egg yolk. So that double yolker, like I said, kind of messed me up a little, but we can kind of fix it. Instead of adding 3 whole eggs, I just added 2, one with a double yolker, and now I'm gonna add a third. Now, the original recipe, just so I don't mess you up, I'll write it in the description box below, is 3 whole eggs and 1 egg yolk, mixing in between each batch. So I'm gonna add 1 more egg and I will bring you back for the next step. All right, all of my eggs are added into my cheesecake. Now I've got my red velvet cake sitting right here. And now at this point, I'm just gonna pour the cheesecake mixture right on top of my red velvet cake. All right, that looks good. Now I'm just gonna smooth it out, try to kind of, however it stays is gonna kind of how it bakes, and you want it to be kind of flat and as pretty as you can, but that's all right. I've got an idea for a topping here that I think you're gonna like. Now at this point, I'm going to put my cheesecake in a preheated 350-degree oven for 15 minutes. Once my 15 minutes is up, I'm gonna turn my oven down to 325, bake it for an hour and a half, and then once that hour and a half is finished, I'll turn off the oven and I will let it sit there for 1 hour. Now I should tell you that I'm gonna bake this in a water bath. I got a pan and I'm just gonna add about 2 inches to the bottom of the pan of water. I should have done this before, but line my cheesecake with some tin foil, but I'm gonna let it cook in that water bath. I will bring you back when it's out of the oven. All right, my cheesecake has is baked in the oven for, 15 minutes, an hour and a half, and then I let it sit in the oven for an hour. I run a butter knife around the edge just so as it cools and it pulls away from the side, it doesn't leave any cracks. As you can see, my cheesecake got a little too dark on the surface. That just goes to show you, I'm sorry, that just goes to show you that no matter what, no matter how long you've been doing this, and if you follow the directions to a T, and I promise you I did, sometimes things can just go wrong. That's life, we roll with it. This is gonna taste amazing no matter what. And the topping I'm gonna put on it, no one's gonna even know that it got a little too done on the top. At this point, I'm just gonna let it cool down to room temperature, and then I'm gonna put it in the refrigerator, preferably overnight for at least about 5 to 6 hours, just until it's firm, and then we can take off the outer ring here and it doesn't fall apart on us. You want it nice and firm. So probably overnight or at least 5 to 6 hours. I will bring you back when it's time to decorate this guy. Okay guys, my cheesecake is set up in the refrigerator for, I think it was 6 hours. It's quite firm to the touch. I'm just gonna take my butter knife one more time right around the edge. It's completely clear. Take my tin foil off. And then I'm just going to take the springform pan right off of there. And then my hope is to be able to get this cheesecake, because I put my parchment paper down right off of the cake pan. There we go. Lost a few pieces. There we go. All right, let's see. Now I'd like to decorate. Kind of cover up my little blemish here. Make sure I'm in focus. All I'm doing for this part, guys, is real easy. I'm taking just a can of cream cheese frosting. You are free to make your own. And I'm just trying to coat the top of the cheesecake with the frosting. I used to have a frosting spreader here, but I don't know what happened to it. It was really nice. It kind of spread the icing evenly without leaving the little serrated edge of the butter knife. But you know, a butter knife works too. We don't have to be fancy. Work with what you've got. I didn't feel like running out and buying a whole new, I would like one, but I just didn't want to run all the way for us to go to a larger town that has amenities and all that. It's about a 45-minute drive for us. We live out in the sticks. We like it. Alright. Once you've got it pretty well frosted, just try to even it out some. Kind of take that straight edge of the knife and kind of smooth it out as best you can. It doesn't have to be perfect. We're not a factory here. This is homemade. And homemade tastes better. I don't care what you say. Alright. Now I'd like to get the center as even as I can, because that's kind of where my decoration is going to go. And what I thought of doing is I have just a heart-shaped cookie cutter, and I'm just going to gently lay that on top. Don't press it too hard. I don't want it to get stuck in there. And then I have some just red sugar sprinkles. You can use whatever kind of sprinkles you've got. I just thought the red would be cute for Valentine's Day. And I'm just going to try to evenly spread those out in the shape of the heart. Get right up next to the edges. If some go over, that's all right. We're all about being homemade and easy, and things are not meant to be perfect. Okay guys, I have my icing bag ready. I've already done one kind of practice squiggle there. All I've done was I've matched one of the larger cupcake tips with a larger coupler and put my icing in the bag. And all you're gonna do, whoops, sorry, is just kind of make circles and press in the middle all the way around. Kind of keep that icing tight in your bag. You want to keep turning it so you don't lose I don't know, pressure. And just make little swirls. And then I think I want just a cute few sprinkles on the edges there. There's a Valentine's Day cake. You know, there's a little bit of cake decorating know-how there, but I'm telling you, you guys can make the little swirlies on your own. I promise, they're not difficult. But using the cookie cutter, we were able to decorate the cake without having to have a whole lot of tools and stuff like that. You know, cake decorating stuff in our arsenal. We can actually make a very cute red velvet Valentine's Day cheesecake without having to be a professional baker. Alright guys, that's it for today's video. If you liked it, please give me a thumbs up. And if you like what I do here, please hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on any future videos. I will see you guys in the next one, and happy Valentine's Day.